The pageantry of the British monarchy, the historic hallowed halls of Windsor Castle, a stage where greatness is acknowledged, where the pinnacle of public service is etched into history by the touch of royal hands. For decades, this has been the ultimate setting for triumph, a moment where the world stops to applaud achievement. But sometimes, the weight of a private life, a history of betrayal, accusation, and public scrutiny can crash even the most magnificent public moment into fragments. This is the story of Livia Firth. Not just the ex-wife of the beloved Oscar-winning British icon, Colin Firth. Not just a powerful figure in the world of cinema. No. This is the story of the revolutionary sustainable fashion advocate, a woman who tirelessly fought for global change, leading her to the very precipice of ultimate recognition, the coveted MBE, the Member of the Order of the British Empire. This award, a testament to her profound impact on ethical business, should have been the crowning glory of her professional life. A moment of pure, unadulterated, vindicating joy. Yet, on the day that marked her greatest professional victory, Livia Firth was seen not in a blaze of glory, but in a crippling display of tears and undeniable fury, a stunning, immediate emotional collapse captured for the world to see, turning a stately honor into a raw, painful exposé of enduring private agony. Why? Why, on the day she stood shoulder to shoulder with royalty, receiving the highest honor for her incredible global work, did the facade shatter? What ghost from her past was so potent, so corrosive, that it could eclipse the grandeur of Windsor itself? To understand the gravity of that public breakdown, the visible physical manifestation of years of turmoil, we have to rewind. We have to peel back the layers of a scandal that shook the very foundations of the British establishment. A story that began with a secret affair, escalated into a terrifying stalking allegation, and culminated in a sensational, deeply scarring legal war. Livia Firth's MBE isn't just a symbol of success. It is a profound monument standing atop a vast emotional crater. The tears we saw weren't born of happiness. They were the visible outpouring of the unbelievable, relentless price of a life lived and judged in the unforgiving spotlight of global fame. This is a tragedy masked by a medal. And the truth behind her fury is even darker than the headlines suggest. Stay with us as we uncover the true narrative of public honor and private pain. The drama witnessed at Windsor Castle, those public tears of fury, were not a spontaneous reaction to a minor slight. They were the culmination of a decade of intense personal pressure and a scandal that metastasized under the harsh, global glare of celebrity media. This story begins with a relationship that was, for decades, the gold standard of Hollywood devotion, Livia and Colin Firth. A union spanning over 20 years, resulting in 2 children, a power couple celebrated for their stability, their dedication to activism, and their seemingly unbreakable bond. But behind the smiles and the red carpet glamour, a rift had formed. In 2018, the world was stunned by a confession that rewrote their entire public history. Livia Firth admitted to an affair with an Italian journalist, Marco Brancaccia, during a period when she claimed she and Colin were secretly separated. It was a private failing thrust immediately into the most public of arenas. While affairs are sadly common in the world of high-profile couples, this incident took a devastating, dark turn that forever altered Livia's narrative. The narrative rapidly spiraled from infidelity to something far more serious: stalking. After the affair ended, Livia and Colin Firth filed a legal complaint in Italy, alleging that Brancaccia had been harassing Livia. They claimed he threatened to expose their relationship, subjecting Livia to a campaign of fear, sending threatening and abusive messages across various platforms. The charge wasn't just about betrayal. It was about the complete, terrifying loss of security and privacy. Livia, a woman whose professional life demanded public visibility, was forced to confront a private terror in the courts. The ensuing legal battle consumed their lives. Colin Firth stood by his wife throughout the ordeal, a painful testament to a love that, though fractured, still possessed profound loyalty. The criminal case in Italy forced Livia to relive the most painful elements of the affair, turning private messages and intimate details into evidence in a public courtroom. The scandal, the humiliation, the fear, it became an inextricable part of her identity. Although the charges were later dropped after Brancaccia made a public declaration claiming Livia had fabricated elements of the story, a claim the Firths vehemently denied, the damage was catastrophic and indelible. This is the context that shadows the MBE. She achieved this honor while navigating the permanent scars of a public breakdown, of her marriage and a terrifying legal ordeal that threatened her safety. Every triumph, every accolade, every congratulatory smile from royalty must be weighed against the internal reckoning of that past trauma. The tears we saw are a silent, profound indictment of the intense pressure and the lasting emotional cost of having one's darkest moments amplified and scrutinized by the world. It is the fury of a woman who achieved redemption through professional excellence, only to find the ghosts of her past standing right beside her on the world stage. What we witnessed at Windsor was more than just a momentary lapse of composure. It was a searing, raw demonstration of a truth too often hidden beneath the glamour of celebrity life: that public vindication cannot erase private trauma. Livia Firth's MBE, the Member of the Order of the British Empire, stands as an undeniable acknowledgement of her monumental work. Her efforts didn't just advocate for ethical standards. They fundamentally shifted the global dialogue on sustainable fashion, challenging corporate giants and inspiring millions to demand better, cleaner, more responsible industry practices. She carved a legacy of power and principle entirely distinct from her famous husband. Yet, on the day she stood tallest, the immense debilitating burden of the past came rushing back. The tears and the flash of fury captured in that fleeting moment weren't about the recognition itself, but about the profound injustice of having her greatest achievement forever tethered to her deepest humiliation. She was being honored for integrity and tireless dedication, while simultaneously being haunted by the relentless shadow of an affair and a devastating stalking ordeal that forced her to redefine her life. The world demanded perfection, but Livia Firth revealed the complicated, messy reality of enduring survival. Her struggle embodies the complex truth of public figures. They are celebrated for their successes, but their human frailties are weaponized against them. Livia Firth has rebuilt her professional empire, proving that professional dedication can act as a powerful form of personal resilience. She transitioned from being Colin Firth's wife to a global icon of ethical business, proving that a single mistake, however public, does not define the totality of one's contribution to the world. But the tears serve as a vital reminder: the fight for respect, for dignity, and for a narrative free of scandal is never truly over in the unforgiving realm of celebrity. She carried the weight of every headline, every intrusive question, every painful moment of that legal battle right up to the foot of the dais. The MBE is hers, hard-won, but the price of its public acceptance was the renewed, agonizing display of the scars she still carries. The story of Livia Firth is more than celebrity gossip. It's a dramatic study in human endurance, public reputation, and the enduring power of private pain. It shows us the steep cost of living an extraordinary life under an ordinary microscope. We follow stories like this not just for the drama, but for the profound lessons they teach us about redemption, resilience, and the relentless, often unfair, balancing act between achievement and accountability. What is your take on this incredible, tear-filled moment? Did the sheer weight of the scandal eclipse her achievement, or does her reaction make her achievements even more impressive? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We delve deep into the stories behind the headlines, providing the context and the critical insight you won't find anywhere else. Don't miss a single beat of the most compelling narratives shaping our culture. Hit that subscribe button now and ring the notification bell to join our community and stay ahead of the curve.